Good evening, and welcome to Big Z Sports' presentation of high school softball tournament coverage. Tonight, in this Division II East District semifinal, the New Philadelphia Quakers take on the Steubenville Big Red at Harrison Central High School. Tonight's game is presented by the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency and Altman Hospital. Tonight's game is also brought to you by Wood Electric, Advancing Athletics, PAC Drilling, the Commercial and Savings Banks, W&M Commercial Roofing, Country Club Retirement Campus, Kent State Tuscarawas, and McInturf Realty. Now let's head to the field with Big Z Sports.
Good Monday afternoon from a beautiful Harrison Central Softball Complex in Harrison County. Welcome to Big Z Sports' continuing coverage of high school tournament softball. I'm Bill Morgan with Garaway head coach Rick Johnson. And Rick, I guess before we talk about either of these teams, maybe you've been here to Harrison Central before. This is my first time. A beautiful, beautiful field.
Yeah, they really went all out when they built this thing. We've played here 4 or 5 times over the last couple of years. We love the field. It's a beautiful complex. You couldn't ask for something nicer in high school sports.
It is a Division II district semifinal as the New Philadelphia Quakers battle with the Big Red of Steubenville. The Quakers will be the home team on the scoreboard this afternoon. And speaking of the home team, we'll talk with New Philadelphia head coach John Dupke. That's coming up next as the Big Z Sports pregame show rolls on.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance needs, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in Sugar Creek, Strasburg, and downtown New Philadelphia, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes and teams good luck.
When struggles seem too tough, when sickness takes a hold, when cancer picks a fight, when baby's on its way, when life throws you a curveball, we've got you. With nearly 130 years in your backyard, Altman knows you and knows your community better than anyone. We're your neighbors, your friends, your family, and we want you to be the healthiest you can be. Altman, we are ready. We've got you.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
The Big Z pregame show continuing ahead of the Quakers matchup today with a talented Big Red squad from Steubenville. Happy to be joined by SHS head coach Gus DeMirzio. Coach, tell us about the strengths of your team. Obviously, you don't get this far in the campaign with the record that you have without being very talented.
Well, I think one of the obvious strengths is, of course, Jules in the circle. I mean, she's good. She throws the ball hard. She's a good player, you know. But I think the overall thing about us is the team part of it. Like, we've come a long way from the start of the season till now as far as just being a team goes. You know, we're starting to do things for each other instead of for me. And, you know, this is, John and me were just talking. This is a team sport. But at the end of the year, they give away individualistic honors. So, you know, if your kid's going to be motivated by that, then so be it, as long as it helps the team. So this is about the team, and it's about the pitching, and I think that, you know, we're pretty good.
Coach, talk to us about tradition at Steubenville, whether it's softball, baseball, football. There's a lot of winners at Steubenville. Does that play into your particular program?
Well, I've been coaching with Reno for 33 years. I've been on the sidelines with him for a long time. So I would say that I would attribute a lot of the program success that I have to Reno Suckoch. I think that a lot of the values and the discipline and the organization and just the overall program things that a head coach has to do, I've learned from Reno. Then you take Fred Hetherington and you put him in the equation, and I spent most of my career working with Fred or under Fred. So, and Fred is a close friend, as is Reno. So when you have two guys that one has 400 and whatever wins, and the other one has 700 wins, I mean, if you just sit there with your eyes open, you're going to learn something, and I just think that it's just the Big Red tradition. It's just about, the toughness and the resiliency and, nobody's bigger than Big Red. And I just think it just carries over.
Steubenville head coach Gus DiMarzio, our guest and coach as we wrap up. What does your team have to do this afternoon to walk away with a win?
Got to play great. You don't get this far if you and play bad teams. They're as good of a team as we've played. We got to play. We have to play great. We can't afford to do anything dumb or anything that's going to shoot us in the foot. And we just got to play our game and hope at the end of the game we got one more run.
Coach, we appreciate your time during a busy pregame time, and best of luck today.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys.
Coming up, more of the Big Z Sports pregame show. That's next.
PAC Drilling, a family-owned and operated company since 2005 in Bolivar, takes pride in being an economic oil and gas drilling company. PAC's objective is to contribute to American energy independence through profitable development, operation, and marketing of oil and natural gas wells. PAC also employs operating technicians to oversee each and every well drilled to maximize its productivity and longevity. Contact PAC Drilling at pacdrilling.com.
Planning your next vacation or home improvement project and worried about managing expenses? CSB can help with that. Setting a goal is the first step to achieving your vision, and CSB's Money Manager tool helps you get started. Whether you are recovering from Christmas spending or preparing to send kids to college, the Personal Financial Management tool helps you set goals, track your spending, and monitor your progress. Money Manager is available within CSB's online banking. Check it out today. The Commercial and Savings Bank, member FDIC.
The Big Z Sports pregame show continuing ahead of New Philadelphia's matchup in the Division II districts as they take on Steubenville. Happy to be joined by Quaker head coach John Dupke. And coach, tell the fans listening back in Tuscarawas County and really all around the world as our internet feed goes on about the strengths of your team and how you got here.
Well, it's been an interesting journey this year. Obviously losing Julia Miller last year. We really didn't know where we were going to be coming into this season. We knew we were going to be young, obviously young in the circle. So the kids bought in early on last year in the summer, and obviously worked hard in the fall and winter. And I feel like these kids really want to put a name for themselves. Julia did a lot of great things, and we're excited to have that she's moved on to Ohio State and doing great things down there. But these kids have kind of want their own role now, and being young, we've made a lot of young mistakes at times. We started off really well, and then we kind of had a little stretch there where we lost 3 games in one day, basically, in 24 hours, and then we got back on a roll again. Being in a new conference this year, that creates some new challenges, a lot of travel challenges, things like that. But I think the conference helped us because there's a lot of quality teams in the OCC conference. We were talking about that coming in here tonight. We feel like our conference has really helped us for the tournament run with some of the teams we've seen, the Mount Vernons, the Madisons, the Lexingtons. So, we feel good about where we're at right now. Obviously, last week was a week that in all my entire coaching career may have never had, with the comebacks that we had in 2 straight nights and being down 7-1 in a sectional championship game. like I said, I've never been a part of anything like that, and then to come back to win that, but then turn around and win the OCC or share of the OCC on Friday night against Mount Vernon, kind of the same scenario, down going in the bottom of the seventh. And the great thing about these kids, they don't have no quit. They keep working, and when you get tournament time, you have to have that. There's going to be adversity. You're going to play quality teams like Steubenville here, and the one thing I know as a coach, I'm confident that we're not going to get down. If we get down, we're going to pick ourselves back up, and we're going to play 7 full innings of ball.
New Philadelphia head coach John Dupke. Coach, let's go back to that sectional championship win. I guess what I've had a number of people ask me in New Philadelphia town was, when that ball got in the dirt, did you tell Sarah to go? Did Sarah go on her own in the bottom of the 8th?
No, we're aggressive when it comes to base running. So we pass balls in the dirt. We're looking to try to make that extra base. And that's something we had to change. It was our mentality, being much more aggressive this year. As soon as she saw that, she was gone, and she made a great head first slide there, and to pull that out. And but that's kind of what we've worked on all spring, and just being much more aggressive on bases, trying to get that next base, trying to get that next run, and put as many runs up as we can.
More on the Quakers coming right up on the Big C Sports pregame show.
Concerned about the one she did earlier in the game that she in the 6th. I was a little bit worried about. I thought, oh boy.
I was telling somebody that was more our age. I think I'm older than you. I was like, that was like when she scored. I was like, that was like.
I'm Dr. Michele Iona. At Advancing Athletics, our Fuel, Move, Recover philosophy can help anyone be their best. Here's what thriving looks like.
I'm an FMR athlete. FMR athlete. I'm an FMR athlete.
From high school to aging well, no one will take care of you and your kids better than us.
Do you have a low-slope roof that is leaking and causing problems? WM Commercial Roofing believes that finding an efficient, affordable solution shouldn't be a gamble. With over a decade of experience in the commercial roofing industry, we have the perfect solution for your low-slope roofing, whether it's for service or full replacement. WM Commercial roofing you can trust. Check us out at wmcommercialroofing.com or call 330-275-0088. That's 330-275-0088.
Country Club Rehabilitation Campus is a full continuum care facility located in Dover, Ohio. Their campus offers independent and assisted living apartments and suites, skilled nursing, 7 days a week rehabilitation, respiratory care, and long-term care. The Country Club campus provides excellent personalized treatment plans that meet or exceed their residents' outcomes and goals. If you are looking for a place to call home or just need short-term assistance, contact Country Club Rehabilitation Campus at Dover, 330-343-5568.
It is New Philadelphia and Steubenville. The winner will advance later in the week to take on the winner of the John Glenn Martin's Ferry Contest and what will be the Division II District Championship game for East District 1. Let's check the starting lineups. First for the New Philadelphia Quakers. 18-6 on the year under the guidance of second-year head coach John Dupke. Leading off and catching, number 9, Reese Loveday. The pitcher, batting second, number 18, Sarah Soweski. The third baseman, batting third, number 21, Ellie Mason. Boy, has her bat been red hot. Batting cleanup, the shortstop, number 8, Madison Wright. 0-0 in center field, Peyton Murphy. Number 10, Sarah Cardani, the second baseman. First baseman is Olivia Jackson. She'll wear number 11. Batting 8th in left field, number 22, Sydney Vandal. And batting 9th, the right fielder, number 2, Zoe DeVore. Our broadcast on Big Z Sports today being brought to you by the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency and Altman Hospital, and certainly Big Z Sports thanking great folks at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency and Altman Hospital and our many other sponsors you've been hearing throughout the Big Z Sports pregame show. Without them, none of this becomes possible. Our three-person umpiring crew today: Bob Gable behind the plate and on the bases, Rusty Vermillion and Scott Lockhart. As you can see, sunshine and a beautiful, from a weather perspective, day for softball. Temperature in the mid-70s. National anthem is coming our way. We'll take one final timeout and bring you the first pitch. This is the Big Z Sports pregame show.
At Gillen Body Shop, they know that when their business is needed, it's never planned, and that can cause you quite the inconvenience. That's why Gillen Body Shop makes the process as easy as possible for you by making sure the work is completed right the first time. And Gillen Body Shop's experienced staff gives all completed work a 100% guarantee. So when those unplanned repairs to your vehicle are needed, there's only one choice: Gillen Body Shop on Cary Avenue in New Philly, or find them on Facebook.
Powered by Purpose at Kent State University, Tuscarawas. Kent State Tusk offers over 30 bachelor's and associate degrees. We have over a dozen athletic programs, including basketball and volleyball. Student life is diverse with over 20 extracurricular student clubs. Our nursing and technology programs are some of the most sought after in the area. Staying local is the most cost-effective way of obtaining your degree. Define your own success. Powered by Purpose at Kent State University, Tuscarawas.
Sammy Sue's Barbecue on Front Street in Dover offers a menu full of house-smoked meats, including choices like ribs, chicken, steak, and pork. Sammy Sue's takes pride in knowing that everything on the menu is made fresh in their kitchen with the freshest ingredients. Sammy's also offers a variety of specials all week long, including the popular wing nights every Tuesday and Thursday. Find Sammy Sue's Barbecue on Facebook for a full list of daily specials and everything they have to offer.
Hi, this is Jan McInturf. The past 30 years, the residents in and around the Tuscarawas County have made the call to the realtors and staff of McInturf Realty for buying and selling of residential and commercial properties. We truly live in a great community, and in all of those communities, there is nothing better than high school sports. For myself and all the agents and staff at McInturf Realty, we would like to wish all the area athletes good luck this season. And make the call to McInturf Realty, 330-364-SOLD, or find us online at McInturfRealty.net.
As the pregame show rolls to a close, Bill Morgan with Rick Johnson from Garraway, we'd like to thank our pregame show sponsor with Big Z Sports, Wood Electric. Larry Wood and everybody at Wood Electric in New Philadelphia, longtime sponsors of area high school sports. Specifically, what Big Z Sports does, whether you're talking basketball season, football season, or softball and baseball season as well. Again, thanks to Larry Wood and all the great folks at Wood Electric. Coach, take us through, I guess, maybe what's going through the players' minds waiting for first pitch. You play a lot of regular season games, but when you get to this time of the tournament, I would think perhaps it's a little bit different.
Yeah, the nerves are probably going a little bit right now. What they got to do is be able to maintain their focus, stay engaged. I'm sure they're all excited to get going out here today. It's a beautiful day for some softball.
Coach, and when you say stay focused and get engaged, boy, that's a great softball theory. How do coaches like you and Coach Dupke make that a reality at game time?
I'm sure they had a good practice yesterday. They've been playing pretty well lately, so going back and talking about how they've been doing, what their keys to success are today to maintain their focus and going into the first pitch here.
The leadoff hitter for Steubenville, certainly one of their premier players. The pitcher, Juliana King. Sarah Soweski getting the start in the circle for New Philadelphia. The talented lefty will step on the rubber. And the first pitch falling short down the plate for a ball. Quakers wearing their black jerseys. Obviously, they are the home team in the field first. The next pitch sailing high, ball two. So 2-0 the count on King, hitting it from the left side. She will be the starting pitcher in the circle for the Big Red. Fouls that one off and nearly takes out the Big Red on-deck hitter, Sophia Zorni. But Zorni dancing out of the way of that softball in front of the Big Red third base dugout as the count moves to 2-1. Next pitch, lined, and a big grab by Sarah Cardani at second base. And Coach, as you will know, why everybody likes runs, you don't win these tournament games without good defense, and we saw it right there.
No, that was a great play there by, I believe that's Vandal playing second. Or
Sarah Cardani.
Sarah Cardani. Great play by Cardani. That was a hard hit ball off the bat of Jules there.
Sophia Zorni grounds it. Cardani going to field, fire on to first in time, and 2 up and 2 down for the talented Big Red team, who come in with a record of 19-5 on this 2023 season. Cena Smith, the center fielder, like the Quakers center fielder, Peyton Murphy. She wears 0 on the back of that white Steubenville jersey. Well, technically, Peyton wears 00, but you see where we're going with that. Pops it up. And Sarah Cardani backpedaling into short right field, makes the catch, and Cardani with the putouts and assist in the top of the first inning. After 1 inning of play, Steubenville scoreless, New Philadelphia coming to bat on Big Z Sports.
If you're planning a major concrete project, you need the help of Stocker Concrete Company. From precast concrete products to ready-mix concrete, sand, gravel, limestone, and concrete block, the professionals at Stocker Concrete can help you get started and keep you on the path to completion using the best materials you can find. Stocker Concrete is the concrete material provider you can count on. See them at 7574 Route 36, Janaden-Hutton, or call 740-254-4626.
In the rolling hills of Holmes County, we tend to do things a bit differently. At Kime, we're in the business of uncommon experiences, and we're here to care for your project like we care for our own. We believe that quality matters and want to help you get it right the first time, because your project deserves it. So visit Kime Home Center, your source and destination for all things home, building, and woodworking. Kime, built on trust since 1911.
Bottom of the first inning, if you're a Johnny or Johnette come lately to high school softball, it's a 7-inning matchup, whether you're talking regular season or tournament play. And when you want to talk about gaudy offensive numbers, Reese Loveday, the Quaker leadoff hitter, coach possesses those, leading them in batting average, 482, tied for the team lead in home runs with 11. First pitch, he sees a swing and a miss.
Yeah, Loveday's one of those complete players. Great catcher and all-around good hitter.
Well, and one of the great things for Quaker fans, no matter what happens today, all the people in the starting lineup are underclassmen. The 0-1 pitch, a called strike on the outside corner. 0-2. And while 482 and 11 long balls are impressive enough, how about 45 RBIs? And she swings and tried to check it, but couldn't do that. Strikes out for the first out. The talented arm of Juliana King. With all 23 of Steubenville's decisions this year, 18-5 in the circle, as Sarah Saweski steps to the plate and shows bunt, pulls back, and gets a called strike for her efforts. Sarah stands deep in that left-handed batter's box. And the 0-1 pitch, a swing and a miss. Sarah not happy. She slaps that bat, but especially the first time through the lineup, whether you're talking the Quakers or Steubenville, you're getting adjusted to that pitcher. The 0-2 pitch, and that's fouled. Along the ground, third base side, past Quaker head coach John Dupke. And In the pregame interview that we had on Big Z Sports during the Wood Electric pregame show, Coach Dupke's eyes kind of light up when he talks about this team. More on that in a moment. The 0-2 pitch popped up, and that's going to fall in for a base hit. A lot of times, Coach, with the infield drawn in, if you can place that out there, which Sarah did, you can get on base.
Yeah, that's exactly what Sarah was trying to do there with that infield playing in with that slap on her. She put it right in shallow outfield and out of the distance of that shortstop there.
The third baseman, Ellie Mason, coming to the plate. Takes a called strike. Ellie tied with Reese Loveday, team lead in home runs with 11. And it was Ellie in the sectional championship game, the 0-1 pitch. A swing and a miss by the talented Mason. But she hit a one-out, 3-run bomb in the bottom of the 7th inning as the Quakers would rally to tie that game against Indian Creek and win it in the 8th. The next pitch high, 1-2. Ellie steps out and steps back in. The next pitch at the knees on the outside corner. And Coach, I don't know if you buy into a pitch is unhittable or not, but that would have been pretty. I know you want the batter to swing, but boy, that was a tough pitch.
Oh, yeah, those low outside corner pitches are tough to put a bat on.
That'll bring Madison Wright, certainly one of the Quakers' top defensive players at short, pops it up into short left field and over to make the catch for Steubenville. It's Hillary Roush as the Quakers go down in the top of the first. After 1 inning of play, the Quakers and Steubenville scoreless on Big Z Sports.
All the way with TMK, service with a personal touch. We're your local guys for all your propane needs. You can count on us. We take pride in what we do and in serving you. TMK is the name you trust. All the way with TMK, service with a personal touch.
The certified public accountants at Niedenthal & Company believe in the value of relationships. Niedenthal & Company has been in business for over 50 years in your community, helping individuals and businesses grow. Niedenthal & Company can help manage and prepare your payroll, plan your estate, and prepare your business and personal income taxes. Stop into the Niedenthal facility on North Wooster Avenue in Dover and become a valued client today.
Top of the 2nd inning after both the Quakers and the Big Reds scoreless. Coach Rick Johnson, our Garaway head coach, and no pressure, Coach, but you're our expert color analyst.
Oh, thank you.
Key on expert. Paige Madison, the shortstop, takes the first pitch. Saweski, a called strike on the outside corner. We mentioned, Coach, how nice this facility was. It is all turf, both the infield and the outfield. Is there any adjustment to the way you have to play the ball with an all-turf field?
It depends on what they got on as their infield.
Popped into center field. That falls in front of Peyton Murphy for the first base hit for the Big Red.
Yeah, hitting the ball in the outfield off that turf, it's going to bounce a little bit. Play more on the infield, you're going to get more of a true roll.
The catcher for the Big Red, Sagan Smarrella. Right-handed hitter. Madison, the runner at first. Saweski ready in the circle, and the pitch. Bunt showed and bunted foul behind home plate. Coach, one of the things we talk about when tournament time gets here, whether it's softball, basketball, playoffs in football, sometimes we kind of explain what goes on in the regular season with a lot of fans joining, and that pitch high and inside and hits the batter. So Madison will go down to second, Smarrella to first. And with fans joining in at tournament time to watch on Big Z Sports, now Coach Dupke out probably talking with Bob Gable about she was trying to bunt the ball, and in the process of doing so, maybe that's what led to her getting hit. And now, I guess, Coach, they consult the other umpires.
Yeah, it looks like he was questioning whether or not she get the bat all the way back after showing for bunt before it hit her. And it looks like they're going to leave it as called in the field.
Courtesy runner coming in for Steubenville, which you can do for the catcher or the pitcher. Emma Lyons will run at first base.
Now batting number 23, Emily Tuttle.
That'll bring up the designated hitter, number 23, Emily Tuttle. So the Big Red, a pair on top of the second. We're scoreless. She will show bunt and a called strike as Reese Loveday comes out of the crouch to make sure nobody goes anywhere. But, Coach, back to the tournament and the playoff thought. Talk to the fans who may not be as familiar with the game as you or Coach Dupke or whomever about the small ball concept.
Small ball and softball can be
a nice bunt in front of the plate. Mason Fields fires on to Cardani, covering at first for the first out while the runners advance to third and second.
Yeah, small ball can be an effective tool in softball. As much as we all like to swing the bats and hit the ball hard, there are certain times of the game where you want to advance a runner from first into second. With it being such small bases, getting a runner from first to second, so the guy advancing her into scoring position. So you get a line shot into a gap, can bring her home from there. But small ball is very important to be able to move base runners around the bags.
Runners at second and third, and Sweski's first pitch to Bailey Beal, sailing high for a ball. Quakers and Big Red scoreless, top of the second inning from Harrison Central High School, just outside Cadiz. The 1-0 pitch, that's low and outside, ball two. Loveday doing a good job behind the plate, preventing that ball from going anywhere. You heard Coach talk about the shorter base paths, easy for me to say, but they are 60 feet in softball as opposed to 90 in baseball. Saweski ready, the 2-0 pitch. Sails high, ball three. I think the batter is going to be called out here.
Yep. Base runner at third. Batter didn't stay in the box. Loveday acted like she was going to throw the ball down to one and clipped her in the helmet. That's interference in the batter there.
Very fortunate for the Quakers. Now 2 outs in the inning. Jordana Vane, the first baseman, comes to the plate. Before that happens, Quaker catcher Reese Loveday out to the mound. Well, and sometimes Coach talked about small ball. That's not small ball what we just saw, but that small part could be a key part in this game later on.
Yeah, it was actually a pretty smart play there by Loveday.
Ball fouled and out of play, first base side.
You know, even if she didn't have any intention of making that throw down to three, she noticed the batter got out of the batter's box, so she made the attempt and drew the contact.
0-1. Runners at second and third. Lions at second, the courtesy runner. Madison at third base. The next pitch fouled to the netting, first base side of home plate, as Sarah Saweski jumps ahead on the count at 0-2. Sarah gets the ball, walks to the back of the circle, trying to retire Steubenville here in the top of the second. The 0-2 pitch, and again that's fouled off as the count stays at 0-2. As, let's all be honest, as crummy as the weather can be for spring sports, today it's ideal in Harrison County. The 0-2 pitch popped up. Calling for it, Ellie Mason at third makes the catch, and the Big Reds strand a pair. After an inning and a half, New Philadelphia scoreless, Steubenville nothing on Big Z Sports.
One thing every sports family knows is how crazy eating schedules can get. Well, let Papa John's of Uricksville and New Philadelphia handle the cooking. Papa John's offers a full menu including stuffed crust pizza, Papa Diaz, wings, cheese sticks, and so much more. See all that Papa John's has to offer by visiting papajohns.com and keep earning those Papa rewards. Papa John's of Uricksville and New Philadelphia. Just what you need for your busy schedule.
People are always asking, what is Cartoons? I hear that name on the radio all the time. Cartoons is a radio shop in New Philadelphia that specializes in tuning up your stereo system on anything you drive or ride. We tune up car tunes, truck tunes, boat tunes, motorcycle tunes, RV tunes, new and used vehicle tunes. We carry the best brands from Kenwood, Sony, Alpine, Pioneer, just to name a few. Cartoons also carries a full line of lighting accessories, backup camera systems, remote starts, or just need it installed? Give us a call. Cartoons on West High Avenue in New Philly. Be there.
Peyton Murphy to lead things off for the black and red at the bottom of the second inning. Quaker center fielder. First pitch from King. Running inside. Peyton swinging and missing. Peyton hitting .400 on the year, having scored 26 runs for NPHS. The 0-1 pitch, he shows bunt and pops it up foul. First base side, bounces off the netting. 0-2, and so far, King for Steubenville coach has done a good job getting ahead in the count.
Yeah, she's done a great job of attacking the corners of the plate early in the game, and the umpire's giving her that call. It's definitely an advantage to the pitcher when you can start up in the account every at-bat.
And a called strike three, a pitch that looked like maybe it was a little bit high, but the home plate umpire, Bob Gable, says, I don't think so, strike three. So the third strikeout issued by King through 5 Quaker batters so far as Sarah Cardani comes to the plate. Right-handed hitting Quaker. First pitch low and inside for a ball. Sarah wearing number 10. 24 runs scored, hitting .333. The 1-0 from King. High and outside. Now that pitch had some giddy up and go, but couldn't find the strike zone.
Yeah, it looks like he's got some pretty decent movement on that ball.
2-0. Cardani swings and misses. On the top of the Steubenville first, Sarah made several good plays as Big Red went down 1-2-3. A great grab on the opening out of the game, a line drive to Cardani. The next pitch popped up, the shortstop hustling in to make that grab for Steubenville. So 2 up and 2 down. On the nice play by Paige Madison, and that'll bring Sydney Vandal to the plate. And you see Cardani maybe offering some words of advice to Sydney. One 1-0 on Vandal, the Quaker left fielder, hitting .409 on the year. Good speed. Pops that one foul over toward the Quaker first base dugout. A triple, 5 doubles on the year on Sydney's resume. Trying to become the second Quaker base runner here in this game. King's 1-1 pitch. Bunted, but right back to King. King fields, throws high, but the ball raked in, and the Quakers go 1-2-3 in the bottom of inning number 2. After 2, New Philadelphia and Steubenville scoreless on Big Z Sports.
We are Claymont High School students. Teenagers love a party, especially during prom and graduation season. Often alcohol is involved. Some parents think that hosting a teen drinking party in their home will keep the kids out of trouble.
While their intentions are good, it's illegal, unsafe, and unhealthy for anyone under the age of 21 to drink alcohol.
Did you know parents who host lose the most?
Here are the facts. If you make alcohol available at teen parties, you can be prosecuted.
This message brought to you by Claymont High School students, Empower Tusk, and the Adams Board of Tuscarawas and Carroll Counties.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance needs, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in Sugar Creek, Strasburg, and downtown New Philadelphia, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes and teams good luck.
The number 9 hitter in the Steubenville lineup, Gia Bowman, to lead things off for the Big Red. Quaker starting pitcher Sarah Saweski offers, and Bowman a swing and a miss. Bowman defensively for Steubenville plays it at the hot corner. Each team 1 hit apiece so far, and each team yet to score. The 0-1 pitch. They call that off the plate. It seems like the home plate umpire and Bob Gable has given that call a couple of times the other way to Juliana King in the circle. The 1-1 pitch, a swing and a miss. As we see Sarah, coach, continuing to work that outside corner even though she didn't get the call on the prior pitch.
Yeah, she wants to be able to attack that corner. That's a tough pitch for the batters to be able to hit.
The 1-2 pitch, a little bit high for ball 2. After Bowman, it's back to the top of the Steubenville lineup with pitcher Juliana King waiting on deck. The 2-2 pitch, fouled down the first baseline over toward the Quaker dugout. So the count lingering at 2-2, Big Z Sports. Thanking our partners at Claxon Communications for making our live stream possible today. Again, the 2-2 on a bounce to Cardani. Fields throws to first in time. As Coach earlier on, we talked about, hey, playing good defense key in these tournament games, and we've seen that from the Quakers and specifically Sarah Cardani involved in 4 plays so far.
Absolutely. Both these teams are supporting good pitchers, but when their ball's in play, you want to be able to support your pitcher at the defensive end, and both teams have done that great so far.
King, who lined out to Cardani in her first at-bat. At the plate, the lefty hitter. Pitch from Someski, sailing high for a ball. Sarah, of course, a ton of experience in the circle this year. After being the number 2 last year, the 1-0 pitch inside for ball 2. And when you're an underclassman, it's okay to be a number 2 pitcher to a pitcher who goes on to play at Ohio State.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure Saweski took advantage of that and soaked up the learning opportunity behind Julia last year.
The 2-0 pitch, bunted right back to Saweski, turns, throws to first, in time to get King. 2 up and 2 down.
Saweski there doing a nice job playing defense in there in the circle.
Well, and sometimes, Coach, when people say, hey, the pitcher's got to play good defense, easier said than done because, hey, where are you after your release point on the pitch? And Sarah in a good position to field that ball and did it quickly.
Absolutely.
Sophia Zorni, who grounded out to Sarah Cardani back in the first. First pitch missing for a ball. We appreciate you checking in on Big Z Sports in this live stream today. The winner of today's game goes on to take on the winner of John Glenn and Martins Ferry. The next pitch popped out of play, third base side. John Glenn, the heavy favorite in that game, as Lil Muskies come in ranked in the top 10 in the state. I believe number 9 in the final coaches poll that was released earlier today. 1 ball, 1 strike. Zorni, another lefty hitter in the Big Red lineup. That ball blooped out and falls in for a base hit in center field. Peyton Murphy quick to field it and fire it back in.
Now batting number 0, Sina Smith.
Sina Smith to the plate, popped out to Cardani. It's starting to sound like a skipping CD. We can't say broken record anymore because the girls out on the field, they don't even know what a record is. Smith takes a called strike in the upper part of the zone. They perhaps, Googled what is a record, but as far as actually having used one, I would venture to say none of them ever have.
I would venture to agree with you there.
The 0-1 pitch, a swing and a miss. So Sarah Saweski 1 strike away from ending the Steubenville top of the 3rd inning. The 0-2 pitch, a little bit high for a ball. 1-2. Other great sponsors of Big Z Sports action include the Commercial and Savings Bank all over Tuscarawas and Holmes County. The next pitch lined into the glove of Olivia Jackson to end the top of inning number 3. After 2 1/2, New Philadelphia scoreless, Steubenville 0 on Big Z Sports.
When struggles seem too tough, when sickness takes a hold, when cancer picks a fight, when baby's on its way, when life throws you a curveball, we've got you. With nearly 130 years in your backyard, Altman knows you and knows your community better than anyone. We're your neighbors, your friends, your family, and we want you to be the healthiest you can be. Altman, we are ready. We've got you.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
Olivia Jackson, the Quaker first baseman who made one heck of a defensive play, ending the top of the 3rd inning. Swinging and missing at the first pitch. Olivia, some impressive numbers all her own as swings and misses at the next Juliana King offering. Hitting .453 on the year. That's 3rd on this Quaker team. 21 RBIs, a pair of bombs. The 0-2, a swing and a miss. That becomes the 4th strikeout on the afternoon for Juliana King. King on the year, how about this number? Has struck out 302 batters. That'll bring Zoe DeVore to the plate. She fouls it straight back and off the window of the press box. Now, if that ball was about 15 feet to the right, good thing that we have Coach here, he would have snagged that and protected Lydia and I here in the press box.
That's right.
Or it would have bounced off the window. I mean, one or the other. The 0-1 pitch, a swing and a miss. Like you took a little bit off of that one. Zoe, very good corner outfielder for the Quakers in right field. The 0-2 pitch, that's high for a ball. 1-2, you get to the district tournament. 3-person umpiring crew, the home plate umpire, of course, and a first base and a third base umpire. The 1-2 pitch, high and outside, 2-2. So Bob Gable calling the balls and strikes. Rusty Vermillion and Scott Lockhart on the bases. The count even at 2-2. The next pitch, a called strike 3. And a lot of times, and my daughter, Kayla, played softball for the Quakers for 4 years, and as a dad, as a fan, you want to see him swing the bat, but I think, Coach, sometimes they're looking for a particular pitch, and then they can't pull the trigger on the pitch that does come in.
Yep, they tie themselves up looking for something special, looking for their pitch sometimes.
Reese Loveday, her second at bat in 3 innings, struck out to lead off the game for Coach John Dupke's squad. The 1-0 from King. Reese fouls it out of play, first base side.
King's doing a great job today keeping these Quaker batters off balance, changing speeds, hitting their spots.
Reese, a ton of power for a leadoff hitter, 11 home runs. Fouls that one straight back and off the netting. 1 and 2. We mentioned our partners at the Commercial and Savings Bank. Instant replay sponsor on Big Z Sports, Advancing Athletics. So a tip of the softball cap to them. Also, WM Commercial Roofing brought you our starting lineups back during the Wood Electric pregame show. The 1-2 pitch. High, a little bit inside, 2-2. Well, you heard the Steubenville fans perhaps gasp, but if they'd called that strike 3 on one of their batters, they would have come unglued. The 2-2 pitch, a swing and a miss. So we have played 3. New Philadelphia and Steubenville, both scoreless on Big Z Sports.
PAC Drilling, a family-owned and operated company since 2005 in Bolivar, takes pride in being an economic oil and gas drilling company. PAC's objective is to contribute to American energy independence through profitable development, operation, and marketing of oil and natural gas wells. PAC also employs operating technicians to oversee each and every well drilled to maximize its productivity and longevity. Contact PAC Drilling at pacdrilling.com.
We played 3 innings and good pitching, good defense on both sides of the first base and third base lines for the Quakers and for Steubenville, the Big Red, the visitor, on the scoreboard. Though obviously, if you're arguing it from a geographic perspective, a little bit closer to Harrison Central than New Philadelphia is. I'll tell you, it was a beautiful drive down this afternoon past Tappan Lake. The sun splashing off the lake. A lot of people out there fishing. Even saw some pontoon boats out there, which is a little unique for a Monday afternoon anyway. For Steubenville, 4, 5, and 6. And Gus DiMarzio's lineup, his 11th year as head coach. And coach telling us before the game as Paige Madison steps in. Sarah Soweski on the mound, her first pitch of the 4th. Grounded to Olivia Jackson. Jackson going to hustle over the bag and get Madison for the first out of the inning. But I asked Coach about, hey, when you coach at Steubenville, whether you're talking softball, of course the Big Red football program, Big Red baseball is fantastic. I said, does that momentum carry over? He said, absolutely. He said, we expect to win in Steubenville. Sagan Smarella, the catcher, to the plate. Got hit by a pitch in her first at bat, fouls that pitch down the first base line and falls foul beyond the Quaker dugout. Coach Gus also sharing that he's been on Reno Sakach's football coaching staff for 30-plus years. And he said, if you just watch what goes on, he says, I'm going to learn something from watching Coach Reno. The 0-1 from Soweski. Slow roller and smartly, Ellie Mason lets that go foul. Coach, probably if she fields that, she doesn't get the runner at first anyway.
Yeah, no, a very heads-up play there by Mason. She's definitely safe if she tries to make a play on that ball.
Where are we going for dinner after the game, Coach? Is Adam from Big Z Sports picking that up? Because if he is, we're going somewhere nice.
Oh, for sure. Maybe there's a local steakhouse around here.
Exactly.
Somewhere.
We're not going somewhere with a drive-through. That's for sure.
That's for sure.
Back to Soweski. She fires on to first, and they get her. Throw was a little bit high, but Jackson did a good job over at first, reining it in. I like the way you think, Coach. Steak.
Absolutely.
This is a wise man. That's why Garraway's got him on staff out there. As designated hitter Emily Tuttle coming to the plate. Put down a nice sacrifice bunt. Pops it up. Foul territory, third base side. Allie Mason in to make the grab, and the Big Red go 1-2-3 in the top of the 4th. After 3 1/2, New Philadelphia scoreless, Steubenville nothing on Big Z Sports.
Planning your next vacation or home improvement project and worried about managing expenses? CSB can help with that. Setting a goal is the first step to achieving your vision, and CSB's Money Manager tool helps you get started. Whether you are recovering from Christmas spending or preparing to send kids to college, the Personal Financial Management tool helps you set goals, track your spending, and monitor your progress. Money Manager is available within CSB's online banking. Check it out today. The Commercial and Savings Bank, member FDIC.
The Quakers of New Philadelphia coming to the plate in the bottom of the 4th inning. These two teams, the Quakes and the Big Reds, scoreless. And they have combined as we head for the bottom of the 4th for just 3 hits. So credit Quaker pitcher Sarah Saweski, who will lead off here in the 4th. And Steubenville righty Juliana King with doing a good job in the circle. As we mentioned in Sarah's first at bat, stands deep in that left-handed batter's box, takes a big cut, doesn't quite catch up to it, 0-1. But Sarah got on. She has the Quakers' lone hit of the game, an infield bloop single back in the first. The 0-1 fouls that off the netting. If you've tuned into these Big Z webcasts throughout the course of the year, you're probably well aware that Sarah's dad, Adam, a key role on the sports team and the staff in general at Big Z. Sarah, nice job deep at short, and she will pick up her second infield single. Busting it down the line, something she got from Mom. I mean, Dad's got a bunch of talent. I'm not real sure speed is at the strength of Adam's talents, of which he has many. But another infield single, so you get him on coach any way you can.
That's right. I'd like to see a couple of bunts there, try to move her around here.
Mason hits the ball up the middle. Fielded, flipped to second, throw on to first, not in time. So Saweski retired at second, 6-4, if you're one of those people who keeps a scorebook. Mason reaching on what's called a fielder's choice. That'll bring Madison Wright to the plate. And it's so much more difficult, Coach, to turn it in softball because you mentioned earlier the base paths are shorter.
Yeah, if you can turn a double play in softball, it's a pretty hot play. What we preach out at Garraway is we want to get that lead runner 80% of the time. If we can end up getting that second one there at first, that's a bonus out for us.
Madison Wright at the plate. Can't check her swing, 0-1. Shows bunt and bunts that one foul first base side, 0-2. So Mason at first base, Wright at the plate. 2 out, bottom of the 4th inning between New Philadelphia and Steubenville. The 0-2 pitch, that's high for a ball. Madison, 19 RBIs on the season, 2 home runs, and fouls that one into the glove.
Now batting number 00, Peyton Murphy.
Two down. That was Peyton Murphy, who struck out looking at her first at bat, come to the plate. Takes a called strike, does Peyton. 20 RBI, 6 walks on the year. The 0-1 pitch, Peyton swings and misses. Peyton, like the rest of Coach Dempke's Quakers in the starting lineup, all underclassmen. King ahead in the circle, 0-2. The pitch way inside, and a stolen base. Mason hustling down to get into scoring position as she becomes the first Quaker in scoring position this afternoon. Bottom of the fourth, New Philly, Harrison Central scoreless. That ball's popped up into right field. Coming in, making the grab for the third out of the inning is Beal, and we remain scoreless. New Philadelphia nothing, Steubenville nothing. This is Big Z Sports.
Is your commercial roof leaking and causing damage, but you can't afford to fully replace your roof? WM Commercial Roofing believes in finding solutions that will work best to fit both your budget and your needs. We customize repair and maintenance plans that will fix your roof leaks and extend the life of your roof so that you can have peace of mind. WM Commercial Roofing. Commercial roofing you can trust. Check us out at wmcommercialroofing.com or call 330-275-0088. That's 330-275-0088.
Country Club Rehabilitation Campus is a full continuum care facility located in Dover, Ohio. Their campus offers independent and assisted living apartments and suites, skilled nursing, 7 days a week rehabilitation, respiratory care, and long-term care. The Country Club campus provides excellent personalized treatment plans that meet or exceed their residents' outcomes and goals. If you are looking for a place to call home or just need short-term assistance, contact Country Club Rehabilitation Campus at Dover, 330-343-5568.
Big Red coming to the plate here in the top of the fifth inning. The pitch from Saweski grounded down to Olivia Jackson at first, turns and goes to the bag for the first out here in the fifth.
Saweski's doing a great job today, spinning that ball, keeping balls on the ground for her infielders.
It was the right fielder who made the catch in the last part of the Quaker fourth, Bailey Beal, who grounded out to Jackson at first. And that'll bring up the first baseman for Steubenville, Jordana Vane. Popped out to Ellie Mason at third in her first go-around, back in the second. Fouls the first pitch from Saweski. Back 0-1. Sarah back on the mound, gets the sign, the 0-1 pitch. Outside, perhaps a little high, 1 ball and 1 strike. Now the Big Z Sports team bringing you 3 video streams today. That's a lot of work for the next pitch. Swing and a miss. Sarah doing a great job painting that outside corner, and Vane could not catch up to it. Jared Slayball, of course, running the day-to-day operation. It's a Big Z on East High. The 1-2 pitch. Fly ball, foul down the right field line, and that will fall in play, but nobody can quite catch up to it. So one of the things we try to do with Big Z Sports, we credit the people you don't hear from during the broadcast. Lydia runs this whole show. And she's incredibly knowledgeable, incredibly talented, and she can make us sound really bad. The 1-2 pitch, that's low and bounces off the turf. So we credit Lydia for attempting to make us sound good. That's a challenge all in and of itself, and Greg Perkins on the cameras today. The 2-2 pitch, just off the plate, the count is full. One out in the inning, top of the fifth. These two teams scoreless. The full count pitch hit hard on the ground. Cardani Fields throws high to first base, and that's why you like to have your first baseman tall, like Olivia Jackson is. She reins it in for out number 2.
Yeah, she does a good job of having shown some range there at first base bag.
That'll bring Gia Bowman to the plate. Bowman, like Vane just did, grounded out to Cardani in her first at-bat, back in the third. 2 up and 2 down for the Big Red in the fifth. First pitch, high for a ball. Saweski stepping to the back of the circle, now back onto the rubber in the 1-0 pitch. A little bit low, maybe that was off the plate a bit. On the outside, 2-0. Well, where you don't want to miss is the middle of the plate. Team is talented offensively as Steubenville or New Philadelphia will take care of business. The 2-0 pitch, that's high, ball 3. So Sarah gets the return throw from Quaker catcher Reese Loveday. Kind of collects herself, walks to the back of the circle, bouncing up, as you can see on the toes, and now back onto the rubber. The 3-0 pitch, called strike on the outside corner. Now there's no rush. This isn't Major League Baseball, Coach, where we've got the pitch clock. The 3-1 from Seweski, that's fouled off. First base side and off the netting. Count now full. Sarah doing a great job of battling back after being down on the count at 3-0. Seweski getting the ball back. Again, steps to the rubber. And the 3-2 pitch. That's fouled. First base side and off the front of the Quaker dugout. Again, credit the people of Harrison Central. We were told this is a $6 to $7 million facility. That ball fouled again. We're talking about the softball stadium. We're not talking about the entire high school.
It definitely looks it too, and if you're here, get to see it in person.
Seweski again ready to pitch, staying at 3-2. That one's fouled off again, first base side. Now, the public address announcer, and I did not get that gentleman's name, Crazy Helpful since we've been here, said his wife was on the board. He said, if you think this softball field is something, you should see the baseball field.
Yeah, I believe the baseball field's got a video scoreboard out there.
The 3-2 pitch hit on the ground, and that is a foul ball. Bob Gable at home plate calls it, and it was. Just before Olivia fielded it at first base, twisted foul. Three and two, and this is a big-time battle between Seweski and Bowman. The next pitch, that's fouled off. I've been fortunate enough over the last several seasons to do OHSAA state tournament softball for the OHSAA radio network and up at Firestone Stadium in Akron, and that's a nice place, but this puts that to shame. The next pitch, that's hit foul down the first base line. And that doesn't mean Firestone, Coach, is not a nice place. This is just nicer.
Oh, yeah, this place is brand new. It's beautiful here. But I did hear Firestone's putting in some new turf at their place, too.
There you go. Courtesy of the Rick Johnson bank account, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
Where do these people come up with that money? The 3-2 pitch bounce right back to Seweski. Takes her time, throws on the first, and the Big Red go down in the top of the fifth. After 4 1/2, New Philadelphia and Steubenville scoreless here on Big Z Sports.
Country Club Rehabilitation Campus is a full continuum care facility located in Dover, Ohio. Their campus offers independent and assisted living apartments and suites, skilled nursing, 7 days a week rehabilitation, respiratory care, and long-term care. The Country Club campus provides excellent personalized treatment plans that meet or exceed their residents' outcomes and goals. If you are looking for a place to call home or just need short-term assistance, contact Country Club Rehabilitation Campus at Dover, 330-343-5568.
At Gillen Body Shop, they know that when their business is needed, it's never planned, and that can cause you quite the inconvenience. That's why Gillen Body Shop makes the process as easy as possible for you by making sure the work is completed right the first time. And Gillen Body Shop's experienced staff gives all completed work a 100% guarantee. So when those unplanned repairs to your vehicle are needed, there's only one choice. Gillen Body Shop on Cary Avenue in New Philly, or find them on Facebook.
Sarah Cardani leading off the Quaker fifth inning, swings and misses at the first pitch. The 0-1, swing and a miss. A little bit high, and a lot of people say, oh, why do you swing at that pitch? Well, when she swings, that pitch isn't that high.
No, that's what they call a rise ball. It jumps there at the end.
The 0-2 from King. A little bit high for a ball. A Big Z Sports hello to a guy who would probably be here but has had some recent health challenges, Mr. Joe Geckler. Joe, watching action from the hospital, and Sarah takes a called strike 3.
Yeah, Joe actually texted me a little bit ago saying he was watching the game and listening to the broadcast.
And we're glad Joe is recovering and getting better as Sydney Vandal comes to the plate. There's a slow roller to third. Fielded to throw on to first base. Boy, a bang, bang play to get Vandal at first base.
Yeah, Vandal showing off her wheels there made that a much closer play.
2 outs. Now batting number 11.
If we had a coach's challenge, I might issue it there.
That was pretty close.
That was awfully close. I'm sure umpires would disagree with this as Olivia Jackson comes to the plate, but I swear on those close plays, they always call them out.
It seems like it more often than not.
And maybe they are out the vast majority of the time as Olivia Jackson takes a strike. Tried to bunt but was retired in her first at bat, the lefty hitting first baseman. The next pitch, that is a called strike as well. I don't think Olivia was overly enthralled with that call, probably scratching Bob Gable off her Christmas card list. The 0-2 pitch swings and misses as the Quakers go 1-2-3 in the bottom of inning number 5. After 5, New Philadelphia and Steubenville scoreless. This is Big Z Sports.
Powered by Purpose at Kent State University, Tuscarawas. Kent State Tusk offers over 30 bachelor's and associate degrees. We have over a dozen athletic programs, including basketball and volleyball. Student life is diverse with over 20 extracurricular student clubs. Our nursing and technology programs are some of the most sought after in the area. Staying local is the most cost-effective way of obtaining your degree. Define your own success. Powered by Purpose at Kent State University, Tuscarawas.
Sammy Sue's Barbecue on Front Street in Dover offers a menu full of house-smoked meats, including choices like ribs, chicken, steak, and pork. Sammy Sue's takes pride in knowing that everything on the menu is made fresh in their kitchen with the freshest ingredients. Sammy's also offers a variety of specials all week long, including the popular wing nights every Tuesday and Thursday. Find Sammy Sue's Barbecue on Facebook for a full list of daily specials and everything they have to offer.
Steubenville pitcher Juliana King leading things off in the top of the 6th inning. We are scoreless, the Quakers in Big Red here on Big Z Sports. The 1-0 pitch bounces shy of the plate, 2-0. King 0 for 2 against Saweski in her 2 at-bats. A line out and retired trying to bunt her way on. Saweski ready, the 2-0 offering. A bouncer, Saweski will field, fire on to first base. And again, a bang-bang play, and again, called out.
Another play there, very close to first base.
That'll bring the second baseman, Sophie Zorni, to the plate. 44 on her SHS jersey. She has one of the 2 Big Red hits and backhanded by Madison Wright, but will not be able to make a play. Boy, a dandy play by Wright to keep that from going into the outfield, but
yeah, I believe Wright saved that ball there from being a double. Kept her there at the first base.
So Zorni becomes the first hitter on either team to have 2 hits. As center fielder for Big Red, Cena Smith comes to the plate. Has popped out and lined out. The right-handed hitting center fielder. Saweski ready on the mound. The pitch outside for a ball. Zorni pretty far off that first base bag, and Reese Loveday quickly out of that stance and glares down at the line at her. The 1-0 pitch hit into the outfield. That'll be a base hit. Zorni stopping at second. Peyton Murphy quickly getting the ball back in. And for the second time, the other time back in the 2nd inning, the Big Red have a pair of runners on. That'll bring Paige Madison to the plate. Madison 1 for 2 today, a single and a ground out to Jackson at first. So the Big Red for the second time today with a runner or runners in scoring position. Saweski's pitch, that's a line drive, base hit. They're going to wave her in. Here comes the throw home from Peyton Murphy. The throw, and they got her at the plate. They got her at the plate. Bob Gable says out at the plate. The Steubenville fans not happy. Coach Gus not happy. And boy, Peyton Murphy uncorks a throw on a bang-bang play at the plate.
Boy, that was a heck of a throw. Right on target.
Runners advancing to second and third on the throw, and that'll bring the catcher, Sagan Smarrella, to the plate. First pitch, a called strike. Oh, and 1, Saweski back on the rubber. The pitch, a swing and a miss, but that's a foul ball, so the runner at third, Smith, cannot advance. Otherwise, she may have well tried to do that. 0-2. Quakers trying to get out of a jam in the top of the 6th. Saweski back onto the rubber. The 0-2 pitch sails high. 1-2. Smarrella in her 2 at-bats so far grounded out back to Saweski and was hit by a pitch. 1-2. The pitch hit foul, first base side. The count will stay at 1-2. The 6th inning in the second inning. The Big Red have had runners at second and third. They've yet to score. The next pitch, line down the third base line into left field. That's a base hit. 1 run will score. Another run will score. And the Big Red are the first to dent the scoreboard on the 2-out, 2-run single off the bat of Sagan Smarrella.
Yeah, she did a great job there turning on that inside pitch and driving it right down that foul, the third base foul line.
Lions will again run for Smarrella. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Emily Tuttle. Tuttle rolls it out to second base, and Cardani drops it. And the runner at second thought that ball was going to be fielded. Rounded second, got tagged out, and hold on. What is the umpire saying? Is he saying that was a foul ball? What is going on here? I think he's saying interference perhaps when Cardani went in to field the ball. John Dupke, rightfully so, wanting an explanation, walks out to the field to talk to the base umpires, Rusty Vermillion and Scott Lockhart. Conversation between Coach Dupke and Vermillion and Lockhart continuing just to the first base side of the pitcher's mound. The Quaker infield comes in to chat with their talented left-handed pitcher, Sarah Saweski.
Pinch runner for Big Red, Addison Meyer.
Addison Meyer will come in to run at first base, and whatever the explanation Dupke is being given, Coach, as you can imagine, is not happy.
No, not in that situation there. Watching the play live here, I thought maybe the base runner would have had the interference call, not the defender. She's got that right to go after that ball.
Now the conversation continuing. Bob Gable, the home plate umpire now.
I mean, if they're calling obstruction, that play happened between the first and second base. I'm not quite sure why the base runner's standing now on third.
So Lyons is at third base with a courtesy runner. Meyer, the pinch runner at first, and Bailey Beal at the plate. Well, the Quakers need to try and collect themselves and stop the damage at 2 runs. Soweski's first pitch to Beal, sailing high for a ball. Had been scoreless until the top of this 6th inning. Steubenville getting a pair of runs. Soweski with the 1-0. That's lined into center field. That's a base hit. That's another run. Lions will score from third, and Steubenville has taken a 3-0 lead on the 2-out base knock by Beal. Meyer, the pinch runner, goes to second. Jordana Vane, the first baseman, coming to the plate, as she becomes the 8th batter to bat in the inning for the Big Red. Soweski's first offering to her, missing outside for a ball. 3-0 the score. Steubenville broke up this scoreless tie here in the top of this 6th inning. The next pitch, outside, ball 2. So Quakers 2 more opportunities to get their bats going, much like Steubenville has here in the 6th. Foul down the right field line. Zoe DeVore hustling over, can't quite get to it as it falls foul. Well, the Quaker fans have gotten used to late inning rallies. They did it in the sectional championship game. They did it in their regular season finale. The next offering from Soweski, missing high for a ball, 3-1.
Yeah, with this Quaker offense, this game's far from over.
The 3-1 pitch, that's fouled straight on a line behind home plate as the count now goes full. 2 outs, the count 3-2. On the Big Red first baseman, Jordana Vane. Soweski with the 3-2. Boy, must have been a bit outside. Well, now the Big Red have batted around. Or excuse me, they have gotten to the number 9 hitter, Gia Bowman. Bowman, 0 for 2. A ground out to second base, a ground out back to the pitcher Soweski, and second-year Quaker head coach John Dupke. Going to make a change in pitchers. Sarah Soweski walking back to the first base dugout.
I believe that's the freshman.
From New Philadelphia, number 15, Jillian Howard.
It is Jillian Howard. Quakers got the first out of the inning on a ground out. And then it's kind of been a bevy of base hits, an error.
Now batting for Big Red, number
Yeah, Steubenville definitely caught up to Sarah that last inning, took advantage of some balls in play.
So Jillian Howard, the right-hander, And she's got a lot of giddy up and go on her pitches, to be sure. That ball's grounded to Cardani at second. Throws on to first to end the Steubenville 6th inning, but it's been a beneficial one for the Big Red. As they scored 3 times, we head for the bottom of the 6th. Steubenville 3, New Philadelphia scoreless on Big Z Sports.
Sammy Sue's Barbecue on Front Street in Dover offers a menu full of house-smoked meats, including choices like ribs, chicken, steak, and pork. Sammy Sue's takes pride in knowing that everything on the menu is made fresh in their kitchen with the freshest ingredients. Sammy's also offers a variety of specials all week long, including the popular wing nights every Tuesday and Thursday. Find Sammy Sue's Barbecue on Facebook for a full list of daily specials and everything they have to offer.
Hi, this is Jan McInturf. For the past 30 years, the residents in and around the Tuscarawas County have made the call to the realtors and staff of McInturf Realty for buying and selling their residential and commercial properties. We truly live in a great community, and in all of those communities, there is nothing better than high school sports. For myself and all the agents and staff at McInturf Realty, we would like to wish all the area athletes good luck this season. And make the call to McInturf Realty, 330-364-SOLD, or find us online at McInturfRealty.net.
Quaker right fielder Zoe DeVore to lead off in the Quaker half of the 6th inning. Swings and misses. Zoe, in her only other advance, struck out. Back in the third, fouls that one off. Third base side, bounces off the lower part of the netting. Zoe finding herself in an 0-2 hole. Bill Morgan with Trick Johnson, Garraway head coach. Coach Johnson was alluding to as the Quakers fell behind in the top of this frame. The 0-2 pitch, high for a ball. This Quaker team, Coach, you mentioned they've got big bats. They can get right back into this with one swing of the bat.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Hitting something that can be contagious. One girl gets a hit, it can feed into the next and the next.
The 1-2 pitch off the glove of the catcher, Smarrella, into the backstop. 2-2. King getting the ball back on the rubber, her 2-2 pitch. DeVore swings and misses.
1 out. Now batting number 9, Reese Loveday.
That becomes the 9th strikeout in 5 1/3 for Juliana King. We mentioned earlier on the season coming into the game, she had struck out 302 batters.
That's a lot of strikeouts for a season.
It is. "24 games. Reese Loveday fouling that first pitch off. There's a fly ball into right field. That's going way back. Field misplaced it. It's going to go all the way to the wall. Loveday hustling into second for a 2-bagger.
First solid hit that the Quakers have had off of King all day.
Now batting number 18.
Their third hit and the other two, as Coach was mentioning, those are both infield singles from this batter, Sarah Soweski. King's first pitch to Soweski in their third go-around, a swing and a miss. And without getting too softball-ease on you, Sarah's still in the game because while she did pitch, technically she's a designated player. So she stays in the lineup and called strike as she squared around, pulled back 0-2 on Soweski. Sarah, only a junior, she'll be back next year. The 0-2 pitch, that's fouled off and bounced off the front of the Steubenville dugout. Oh, 0-2. Soweski battling from the left side of the plate. Looks out at King, the 0-2. That's fouled off and out of play. Greg Perkins also nearly had to go make a play on that ball, but he watches it bounce harmlessly to the cement. 0-2. Soweski and King battling here in the bottom of the sixth. Quakers trailing 3-0. The 0-2 pitch bounced foul. Front of the plate, skips to the back of the plate. Interesting to see how shallow the Big Red outfielders are.
It's the way that Sarah's trying to attack the pitches here with her little slap.
That pitch way outside. Loveday hustling down to third on the wild pitch.
She does a really good job when she's got 2 strikes on her about squaring her body up and just getting the ball down and play. Makes it tough on the defense to make a play.
The 1-2. Grounded to short. Fire on to first. In time to get Soweski. Sarah feeling like she beat that one. But the umpire disagrees. However, more importantly, Reese Loveday scores from third. 3-1. The Quakers cut into the lead.
Now batting, number 21, Ellie Mason.
Now to bring Ellie Mason to the plate. Ellie 0 for 2 today, has reached base on a fielder's choice, does have home run power. First pitch, she's swinging for those fences. 220 to left field, center field, and right field. Oh, 1, 2 outs, the pitch. A swing and a miss. So we had no runs until the 6th. We've had a combined 4 in the inning now. Steubenville 4 now with the better of it at 3-1. The 0-2 pitch to Mason. Pops it up foul behind home plate. Smarrella calling for it. Did she make the catch? She does, and that ends the inning. The Quakers score once, but Steubenville still with the lead. After 6, the Big Red 3, New Philadelphia 1. This is Big Z Sports.
Powered by Purpose at Kent State University, Tuscarawas. Kent State Tusk offers over 30 bachelor's and associate degrees. We have over a dozen athletic programs, including basketball and volleyball. Student life is diverse with over 20 extracurricular student clubs. Our nursing and technology programs are some of the most sought after in the area. Staying local is the most cost-effective way of obtaining your degree. Define your own success. Powered by Purpose at Kent State University, Tuscarawas.
If you're planning a major concrete project, you need the help of Stocker Concrete Company. From precast concrete products to ready-mix concrete, sand, gravel, limestone, and concrete block, the professionals at Stocker Concrete can help you get started and keep you on the path to completion using the best materials you can find. Stocker Concrete is the concrete material provider you can count on. See them at 7574 Route 36, Janaden-Hutton, or call 740-254-4626.
Top of the 7th, leading off for Steubenville. Grounding it into center field for a base hit. Their pitcher who's been outstanding all afternoon long, Juliana King. That's the first time that she reaches base. That'll bring Sophie Zorni, and Zorni facing Jillian Howard, who came on in relief of Sarah Soweski last inning. Zorni went 2 for 3 against Soweski. Howard's first pitch to her. Bunt attempt, pitch sails high, and gets the bat back to Zorni. For Steubenville, 3 runs, 8 hits. They've played errorless softball. For New Philadelphia, 1-3-1. That pitch bunted foul over to the third base side, 1-1. Left-handed, Big Red hitter. The 1-1 bunted nicely in front of the plate. Loveday fires on to first to retire the runner, but King goes all the way from first to third on the play.
It's great execution there by the Steubenville offense.
John Dupke coming out of the dugout.
Now batting number 0, Cena Smith.
Cena Smith coming to the plate for Steubenville. Quakers trying to prevent the Big Red from climbing to a 3-run advantage again. Howard's first pitch to her. High for a ball. Smith, 1 for 3 with a run scored. Popped out, lined out, singled and scored. Howard ready, the freshman with the 1-0. That sails high, ball 2. Howard working in her second inning of relief. The 2-0 pitch popped up. That may fall in. It does. That's going to be another Steubenville run. That ball simply falling in where no Quaker could get to it. So King scores from third. That'll bring Paige Madison to the plate. Steubenville 4, New Philadelphia 1. Madison fouling the first pitch from Howard to the netting behind home plate. Madison 2 for 3, and a run scored for this Big Red team who's trying for their 20th win of the season. Whoever wins this game will face John Glenn, who mercied Martins Ferry, and on the other side of the district bracket, 10-0. (4-1) Steubenville. The count 1-1. Howard's next pitch. That's fouled over the netting and out of play. See, New Philadelphia Assistant Superintendent Jeff Williams is here. Quaker Athletic Director Tim Fortney here. The 1-2 pitch hit hard and past Mason at third into left field for another Big Red base hit. Smith stopping at second. Madison to first base. Now to bring Sagan Smarrella to the plate. Smarrella has been on base 2 over 3 at bats, a 2-run single, and was hit by a pitch earlier this afternoon. Howard ready, the pitch, a called strike. And the Quakers kind of falling asleep in the field and throw the ball away. Now things kind of coming unglued for the Quakes, and Steubenville now with a 4-run lead. As Smith was hustling to third, the Quakers threw it away on an error. And going all the way to third, Paige Madison. 0-1 the count on Sagan Smarrella. Fouls that one off the first base netting. The Quaker baseball team opening tournament play tomorrow at home at Tuscarora Park. Coach Tyler Weisel's team inviting you to come out and cheer them on tomorrow at 5. The 0-2 pitch, a slow roller back to the mound. Howard Fields throws on to first base for the second out. That results in another Steubenville run. So a ground out for Smarrella, but an RBI Now to bring Emily Tuttle to the plate. Steubenville having put a 3 spot on the board in the 6th. Unfortunately, having put a 3 spot on the board in the 7th. And the designated hitter, Emily Tuttle, lines it into left field. Sydney Vandal quickly getting it back into the infield. Now to bring Bailey Beal to the plate. Beal 1 for 3 with an RBI. See Sarah Cardani come in and talk with the freshman and trying to settle things down with the talented 9th grade right-hander. Coach John Dupke making his way out into the circle to talk things over with his team, trailing 6-1 here in the top of the 7th inning. Don't forget to stick around for our post-game show brought to you by all the folks out at Kime Lumber in Charm. And if you are do-it-yourself guy or gal and you've never been to Kime, get out there. They've got more stuff than you could possibly utilize on whatever your next home improvement project is. Thanks to Kime Lumber for sponsoring the post-game shows all throughout the Big Z sports, softball, and baseball seasons. So Beal at the plate. Howard's first pitch to her, missing just off the plate outside for a ball.
There's a note on there, okay?
Howard
There was a note for you.
ready, climbing back onto the left side of the rubber. The 1-0 pitch. That's fouled straight back behind home plate. A shade to the first base side. One ball, one strike. Reese Loveday wanting a new softball for her freshman pitcher. She gets one, well, new this time around. Bob Gable walks it over to the first base dugout and says, hey, we may need another one. The 1-1 pitch. Bunted in front of home plate. Loveday Fields fires on to Cardani at first to end the Steubenville top of the 7th. But the Big Red scores 3 more times. We head for the bottom of the 7th inning. Steubenville leading New Philadelphia 6-1 here on Big Z Sports.
In the rolling hills of Holmes County, we tend to do things a bit differently. At Kime, we're in the business of uncommon experiences. And we're here to care for your project like we care for our own. We believe that quality matters and want to help you get it right the first time because your project deserves it. So visit Kime Home Center, your source and destination for all things home, building, and woodworking. Kime, built on trust since 1911.
All the way with TMK, service with a personal touch. We're your local guys for all your propane needs. You can count on us. We take pride in what we do and in serving you. TMK is the name you trust. All the way with TMK, service with a personal touch.
The Quakers' final opportunity, trailing 6-1, but as we have seen over the past several games, this team can rally and rally late. Madison Wright takes the first pitch, a ball, and then swings and fouls it off of home plate umpire Bob Gable. Mr. Gable has probably taken hundreds and hundreds of those shots as long as he's been umpiring. Takes the mask off for a second. He's ready. The 1-1 to right. That's fouled straight back over the netting, over the press box, which, by the way, we talked about how nice this softball complex is. The press box for high school softball. Number one, to say press box and high school softball, that's two things you don't normally hear together.
No, not normally.
Popped up, foul territory. The shortstop over to make the grab, 1 out in the Quakers 7th. Nice job by Paige Madison to get over there deep behind third base and then into foul territory. Now to bring Peyton Murphy to the plate. Peyton swinging and missing. Peyton 0 for 2 today. Flown out to right field. And struck out back in the second. The 0-1 pitch. Called strike inside part of the plate. Quakers 3 hits on the afternoon. The next pitch, that's high for a ball, 1-2. Now, you don't have to worry about hitting a home run here. Sure, that'd be great, but you got to get some base runners on to start a rally. The next pitch,
a few base runners for the Quakers.
And that's a fair ball down the left field line. Murphy digging around first, headed for second. She'll be there with a stand-up double. Well, there you go. You got to have base runners before you can have a big rally, and the Quakers get it with their second double of the game. This one from Peyton Murphy. And Reese Loveday had the other last inning. That will bring Sarah Cardani to the plate. First pitch to her, called strike on the inside corner. It was Sarah that scored that winning run at the bottom of the 8th inning. And the Quaker sectional championship victory. Fouls that one off and out of play. First base side, 0-2. Sarah today has popped out to short and struck out. King getting a new softball. Well, Steubenville doesn't win 19 games without a crazy talented pitcher, and certainly Juliana King has proven to be that today. The 0-2 pitch popped up. First base side bounces off the netting on that aforementioned first base side, just shy of the Quaker dugout. So Sarah battling down on the count, 0-2. King walking to the back of the circle, back onto the mound. The 0-2 pitch, Cardani hits it hard on the ground. Fielded, firing on to first base to retire Sarah Murphy, going to third base. But the Quakers are down to their final out.
Now batting number 22, Sydney Vandal.
That'll bring Sydney Vandal to the plate. Certainly a lot of athletic talent in that Vandal family. Swing and a miss by Sydney. Her older brother Carter about to graduate from New Philadelphia, and he will be playing basketball collegially at Mount Union, who went to the D3 Final Four this year. The next pitch to Vandal, called strike on the outside corner. So Sydney and the Quakes down to their final strike. Murphy on third. Quakers trail 6-1. The 0-2 pitch, a swing and a miss. And Steubenville going to finish with the victory this afternoon. The Big Red with 3 in the 6th, 3 in the 7th, and they win this contest 6-1. Our Kai Lumber postgame show starts next on Big Z Sports.
The certified public accountants at Niedenthal & Company believe in the value of relationships. Niedenthal & Company has been in business for over 50 years in your community, helping individuals and businesses grow. Niedenthal & Company can help manage and prepare your payroll, plan your estate, and prepare your business and personal income taxes. Stop in to the Niedenthal facility on North Worcester Avenue in Dover and become a valued client today.
One thing every sports family knows is how crazy eating schedules can get. Well, let Papa John's of Uricksville and New Philadelphia handle the cooking. Papa John's offers a full menu including stuffed crust pizza, Papa Diaz, wings, cheese sticks, and so much more. See all that Papa John's has to offer by visiting papajohns.com and keep earning those Papa rewards. Papa John's of Uricksville and New Philadelphia. Just what you need for your busy schedule.
People are always asking, what is Cartoons? I hear that name on the radio all the time. Cartoons is a radio shop in New Philadelphia that specializes in tuning up your stereo system on anything you drive or ride. We tune up car tunes, truck tunes, boat tunes, motorcycle tunes, RV tunes, new and used vehicle tunes. We carry the best brands from Kenwood, Sony, Alpine, Pioneer, just to name a few. Cartoons also carries a full line of lighting accessories, backup camera systems, remote starts, or just need it installed? Give us a call. Cartoons on West High Avenue in New Philly. Be there.
This is Tuscarawas County Detective Lieutenant Adam Fisher. Underage drinking is illegal. As a parent, you cannot allow your child's underage friends to possess or consume alcohol on your property, not under any circumstance. As a law enforcement officer, I can confiscate any alcohol, money, or property used in committing this offense. Plus, you place yourself at legal risk for being sued.
This message brought to you by the Tuscarawas County Sheriff's Office, Empower Tusk, and the Adams Board of Tuscarawas and Carroll County.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance needs, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in Sugar Creek, Strasburg, and downtown New Philadelphia, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes and teams good luck.
When struggles seem too tough, when sickness takes a hold, when cancer picks a fight, when baby's on its way, when life throws you a curveball, we've got you. With nearly 130 years in your backyard, Altman knows you and knows your community better than anyone. We're your neighbors, your friends, your family, and we want you to be the healthiest you can be. Altman, we are ready. We've got you.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
Tough loss in the Division II District semifinal for New Philadelphia as they fall to Steubenville today 6-1. It was certainly a tight battle for the opening 5 innings as both teams would remain scoreless. But then Steubenville would get a huge 3 number on the board in the top of the 6th inning to take a 3-0 advantage. The Quakers would fight back in the bottom of the 6th. Reese Loveday would score after picking up a double and then eventually advancing to third, scoring on a ground-out RBI by Sarah Saweski. But then the Big Red would answer right back in the top of the 7th as they would score 3 more times. The Quakers unable to answer in the bottom of the 7th inning, and Steubenville would hang on for a 6-1 victory. You're locked into our Big Z Sports Kime Lumber postgame show, brought to you by Kime Lumber in Charm. Also, want to remind you that our player of the game all throughout the course of the high school softball and baseball season, brought to you by my good friend Jan McInturf over at McInturf Realty. Anytime you're ready to buy or sell real estate, whether it's a home, whether it's a business, whether it's simply property, give Jan a call at 330-364-SOLD. That's 330-364-SOLD for McInturf Realty. Well, what happens next? New Philadelphia's season, unfortunately, coming to a close. Meanwhile, for Steubenville, they advance on to the district championship game and what should be a big dandy contest between they and the Little Muskies from John Glenn. John Glenn, a Mercy winner today as they knock off Martins Ferry 10-0 to advance on. Steubenville, obviously, as we saw today, very, very talented. John Glenn equally as talented as they finished the regular season in the final Ohio softball coaches poll, ranked 9th in the state in Division II. Keep things locked on Big Z Sports as we can tell you about the streaming coverage of other games during baseball and softball tournament time throughout the course of this 2023 postseason. We also thank our other sponsors as a part of Big Z Sports today, our presenting sponsors, the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency and Altman Hospital. I know at the Tuscan Insurance Agency, Bill Weisgarber and his great team have been big time involved in the communities in so many different ways throughout the course of the year. So thanks to Bill and the folks at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency and Altman Hospital. Wood Electric, our pregame show sponsor, the Commercial and Savings Bank. And we got to have a mobile studio, right? We don't get that without Pack Drilling, so thanks for your support there. WM Commercial Roofing, Advancing Athletics, and as we mentioned, we're in the midst of our Kime Lumber postgame show. We're going to take a timeout one more time, and when we come back, we'll see if we can get a word with Quaker head coach John Dupke as their season coming to a close. Quakers falling in the Division II District semifinals today, 6-1 on Big Z Sports.
PAC Drilling, a family-owned and operated company since 2005 in Bolivar, takes pride in being an economic oil and gas drilling company. PAC's objective is to contribute to American energy independence through profitable development, operation, and marketing of oil and natural gas wells. PAC also employs operating technicians to oversee each and every well drilled to maximize its productivity and longevity. Contact PAC Drilling at packdrilling.com.
Planning your next vacation or home improvement project and worried about managing expenses? CSB can help with that. Setting a goal is the first step to achieving your vision, and CSB's Money Manager tool helps you get started. Whether you are recovering from Christmas spending or preparing to send kids to college, the Personal Financial Management tool helps you set goals, track your spending, and monitor your progress. Money Manager is available within CSB's online banking. Check it out today. The Commercial and Savings Bank, member FDIC.
I'm Dr. Michele Iono. At Advancing Athletics, our Fuel, Move, Recover philosophy can help anyone be their best. Here's what thriving looks like.
I'm an FMR athlete. I'm an FMR athlete. I'm an FMR athlete.
From high school to aging well, no one will take care of you and your kids better than us.
The Kime Lumber post-game show continuing on Big Z Sports. Unfortunately, New Philadelphia's softball season coming to a close today as they fall to Steubenville 6-1. Final numbers one more time for the Big Red. 6 runs on 11 hits. They played errorless softball. New Philadelphia, 1 run on 4 hits, and they made a couple of errors. Our thanks this afternoon to our color analyst, Garaway coach Rick Johnson, as well as the Claxon Communications team, Lydia directing and producing the show today, Greg Perkins on the cameras, and of course Adam Soweski from Big Z Sports for coordinating all of that and making it happen as well. Again, stay locked on to WTUZ.com, social media with Big Z Sports, as you continue to get updated throughout the course of the week on other games coming up with the Big Z Sports team. The final score, one final time this afternoon. Steubenville knocks off New Philadelphia 6-1. I'm Bill Morgan, and I'll see you at a game.
Thanks for listening to Big Z Sports. Tonight's game was presented by the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, Altman Hospital, Wood Electric, Advancing Athletics, PAC Drilling, the Commercial and Savings Banks, W&M Commercial Roofing, Country Club Retirement Campus, Kent State Tuscarawas, and McInturf Realty. Follow Big Z Sports on Facebook, on Twitter @Big_Z Sports, and on Instagram. For the best coverage of high school sports, there is only one Big Z Sports.